Tax collection is an inherently rapacious thing conducted, on like inequitable terms by bad people. And it's like there is a little bit here where it's like you may as well just cut to Ridley Scott complaining about his income tax.
Yeah, and it's frustrating to me because, don't get me wrong, I'm here to complain, actually, about medieval taxes in a lot of ways because they are massively inequitable. Good. They were not good. They paid for stupid stuff like for Richard the Lionheart to ponce around most poncely and like do whatever the fuck. And I'm like not pro taxes in the medieval period. No. But I am massively pro taxes in the modern period when there is a state apparatus and in which normal people pay taxes and then they get things back, right? Like that's the difference.
I'm massively pro taxing Ridley Scott and everybody else who made a boatload of money for making this movie. Like, please, like, let's reinvest that in something productive. Like, give me a better road.
Yes.
Thank you, Ridley Scott.
or reinvest it in Cansploitation films like they did in the 1970s when they were made as tax
we're getting this remade,
Yeah.
but with Rousdower instead of Robin Hood.
Yeah.
But sire, the refuse hath not been collected in many a summer. The buckets overfloweth with gong.
Sire, the bin men, they are so soft.
Yeah.
So,
what is it for which mine taxes are paying?
Liketh it not, the portcullis is
Remember when
yonder.
the bin man was armored?
Yeah.
So, we also have this castle siege scene, as we've discussed, where a bunch of fast-talking, well, not fast-talking, it's not the Guy Ritchie movie, a bunch of soldiers are making
regular talking soldiers.
C-minus banter with one another about
fucking,
how they like
it's
to
Omaha
gamble.
Beach, because it's the only battle scene that Ridley Scott knows how to make is Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan.
It's the Steven Spielberg
Omaha
one.
Beach. And it's like, so you get the like arrows flying past and stuff. When Richard the Lionheart is shot, one of his guys shouts "physician" like you would shout "medic."
Wait.
He's reskinned the Omaha
Can we
Beach
talk about
landing.
the French stopping for soup? There's like a cook who brings a bunch of soup up and is all like, "Zootaloo!"
It is time for soup now.
Now is it soup time?
Soup time.
I might have been taken as a sucker by this movie because I was like, I guess medieval battles probably went on for a while and people would
They
have had to
definitely
have been
did, but
fed.
you don't bring fucking soup to the roof where everyone's getting shot.
And you don't
wear
bring
a
a
fucking
doctor
chef hat.
to the dead guy.
Like-
you bring the dying guy to the doctor who's in a tent or something.
The thing that I can't get over is the fact that the guy bringing the soup is very obviously dressed as like a parody of a 20th century French chef. Like that we're just like I can't get over that. I want to stop for one moment though, because as everybody who has been talking about this whole time has pointed out, this movie is fucking not fun at all.
No.
Right? Like
No.
and so this is the contrast with Ridley Scott's previous medieval attempt to insert modern mores into the past, Kingdom of Heaven, which legitimately has some fun shit in it. Like that movie is full of fun fight scenes. Like they're just and like visceral, like fun fights. This movie is not. This movie has like one and a half good fight scenes, and the rest of it is just fucking turgid. Like,
and Robin Hood has to rescue a twink.
Yeah,
there's that.
Yeah. So, what happens is, there's a whole bunch of things, some big set pieces, and the first night is over. They go back to camp, and then Robin Hood meets Little John, who accuses him of cheating at a like card game.
Little
Monty,
John sounds like
essentially.
Milo's Kevin Bridges.
Yeah. Yes. The king so basically, the king says, "Come, Locksley, let the only other nobleman who's here with me, apparently, let's go and sort of be among the common soldiery."
This is like the only part of the movie that I kind of really liked is Richard the Lionheart and his attendant Lord Locksley are both kind of like, everyone's filthy, everyone's covered in shit, they're all miserable. Even in his fancy kingly tent, he's got like a pounding hangover. He hates everything, and also he's a lying motherfucker, which is entirely like, do not take King's words for anything.
No.
So he says to Robin, do you think my crusade has pleased God? Robin describes a massacre that they performed that would have been historically performed by Richard the Lionheart, and
to kill some captives.
A prisoner exchange with Saladin that went wrong, and then says, honest, brave, and naive, there is your Englishman. Which again is Ridley Scott saying, here's what I want English people to be like.
Oh, there's your Englishman.
Yeah, well, there's your Englishman.
Here is your concept of a national character in the 13th century.
I mean, ironically, all the Englishmen writ large that we're supposed to admire in this are Australians. So, there's something to be said there. It's like, look, can I get some Australians in to play English people? That'd be great. Yeah.
Anyway, for being rude about the crusade, they are then put in the stocks and do not get to participate in the final, goings on.
No soup for you.
Yes, the
you
soup
are
Nazi.
In these stocks.
Have you gotten the soup Nazi episode yet?
Oh, I'm very excited.
You just said that by yourself, huh?
Well done.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, we'll leave that there.
Yeah.
So we now also meet Mark Strong, who plays Godfrey, and Oscar Isaac,
big
who plays
shiny head. I love Mark Strong so much.
Yeah. Mark Strong is great. He's the highlight of every movie I've seen.
He doesn't get to call anyone my dear in this, which is a shame. But
yeah, come on. And Oscar Isaac, who plays King Philip, who again is sort of the
he plays King John.
Yeah. Oh, Oscar Isaac plays King John. Who plays King Philip?
I don't know, but I liked the King Philip guy. I was like, this is actually what I think is a good portrayal of a kind of like. I kind of dug that. I don't know. Let's fuck around and find out.
He's also repulsive. We see him he's sitting eating oysters, which are freshly caught and look horrifying off of a golden plate. He's squatting in the dirt.
The minute I'm a medieval king, that's how I'm going about it. It's just going to be me and all of the oysters.
And you just kind of get this nice kind of sense. It's a king is a guy who is also covered in shit, but who manages to persuade all of the guys with swords that he's the one who gets to eat oysters off of the golden plate. I like this.
King Philip kind of has this disheveled Serge Gainsbourg energy going on, as that you could see him just smoking a Gauloise and drinking brandy and going I apologize.
If only there was some kind of a Gauloise I could be smoking. Alas, the world, as far as I'm aware, is just what Aristotle would have drawn.
Yeah.
So
I've just been rolling up dirt and parchment and smoking that.
That scene is hilarious because it speaks very directly to the national character thing that Ridley Scott has set up here with the brave, honest, and naive Englishman, and then the duplicitous French king, luxury loving, eating his oysters. It's so fucking ham-fisted.
But literally, what is the difference? What is the difference between English kings and French kings at this time, other than French kings have a lot more money? There's no difference.
The English kings speak better French.
Yeah. This thing is Richard the Lionheart, one of the things that's annoying in that scene, it's we'll just sack this one last castle and then it's home to England. That's exactly what that MFR was all about. Just couldn't wait to get back to England. Just stop.
Gonna speak to my troops in English the whole time. It's cool.
Yep.
Philip speaking English in that scene is hilarious, where they're speaking perfectly good French and he's in English, please. And it's no.
I have been doing Duolingo. Yeah. I'm very proud of myself.
At that time, you'd be doing Duolingo in order to speak more effectively to I don't know, the shepherd who's just scraping a living out of the dirt. That's who's speaking English.
Richard the Lionheart didn't speak English.
Yeah. Also, there's not really an English to speak. There's 50 different dialects which are fucking mutually incomprehensible.
Sorry, I'm just mad.
People speak Latin. When people from different places want to speak to each other, they speak Latin.
Good, speak Latin.
So the thing is, is this was a big budget blockbuster movie that was not, it was intended to be a blockbuster. It wasn't going to sort of portray the sort of, it wasn't going to sort of portray, I think, everything. Rome, great show. They spoke English and had English accents. It's not going to be sort of those perfect portrayals.
Just like Romans did because they were English.
the difference is, right, when you do it in Rome, you accept that as like, for the same reason you accept Sean Connery's fucking Scottish accent being a Russian dude in Hunt for Red October. It's a dramatic conceit, right? It takes you into it in the first thing. When you do that, and then you switch to French as like a separate subtitled language, and you hear modern French spoken, then it tells you that what this movie wants you to think is all of these guys were walking around talking to each other in English.